Hey guys, welcome back to Valhalla Games. Today I just wanted to do a comparison of some of the plastic 28mm Soviets you can buy for World War II. These boxes of Wargames Factory, World War II Red Army, Soviet Union troops in 28mm. As you can see, it's pretty much your bog standard box, neatly presented. On the back, it's got some, it's actually some really nice examples of the finished painted product. And I think you'd be able to get a really good idea of how to paint up your guys from those, as well as some fantastic ideas for modelling them up as well, since they're multi-part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up the box and I'll show you the sprues now. So here we go, this is how the sprues come in the box. If I open this bag up here, be able to get a better look at them. Try and keep in front of the camera, Dan. Okay, put that paper to one side, that plastic to one side. So what do we got? Okay, so we've got 3 sprues of this type. Put those over there. Let's have a look at this. Oh yes, these are nice. Very nice. Nice detail involved in there. Go over this way. Heads. Arms. Yeah, it's actually really nice to see. A lot of the arms are one hand on the weapon, which is great. A lot of the Warlord ones, of course, the plastics are both arms have to be moulded onto the weapon, which you can get floating weapon syndrome if you're not careful. Let's have a look at the bases that come in the pack. So they're similar to like a Games Workshop base, but not entirely the same. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So looking at the other sprue then, this is a bit of a command and accessory sprue. Just the one body on here. Which completes the 31 models you get in each pack. Slightly less than the Warlord ones, however 31 models is still very good. We can see that you can actually get a bunch of weapons that don't have arms attached to them, which is great for vignettes or crewmen's weapons on personal weapons on crewed teams and stuff like that. The artillery pieces, sidearms for vehicle crews, all that sort of thing. Yeah, great assortment of bodies on here. So I flip this over. Alright, if we have a look on there, those are really nice. So those are basically some command heads and also a female set of heads as well. The Flaming Molotov cocktails, I've actually liberated one of those to be a wine bottle for a model, more on which you'll see at another time. Again, rifles as well as SMGs with one arm on them. There's the Tokarev sidearm, I believe it's Tokarev. So varied poses, again some rifles without arms attached to them, LMGs, and a bunch of pouches, ammunition boxes, etc, etc. So great. Let's go back to this original sprue then. So we had a look at the female heads, and one thing I'd like to point out on here is that this kneeling figure here comes with 2 torsos, a male one and a female one. You can see the bust on the female one there. So you can make a set of 3 females from this box using the heads from that accessory sprue. Yeah, it'd be very nice. Could make a female sniper team or a fixed team, or combine a couple of boxes together. Could get a scout squad or something like that. So yeah, one thing I really like about these is I like how dynamic the poses are. So if I zoom in again here, I'm going to flip this over, sorry. So this body's got a big reach back, looks like he's throwing something. Here's your prone body. Flip these over again so you can get a better view. Yeah, a lot of angle in the body there. Leaning right forward. Same again. Also got a few bodies of the greatcoats wrapped around them. A lot of people think it's a blanket roll. Of course, it's it could be blankets done the same way, but a lot of their greatcoats are carried in that method in the Soviet army. Who am I to say don't wrap your blankets around there, guys? If you're at Stalingrad, you do whatever you want to do. Keep yourselves warm, eh? Nice upright body here, particularly good for like an officer figure. I like these ones here as well, with the SMGs carried at the sort of trail arms, and with the extra ammunition for the SMGs on there as well, carried in the hand. It's really nice. So I'll just change the camera angle and we'll be able to see what we can do with these models. Thanks, guys. Oh, welcome back. So like every good cooking program, here's somewhat prepared earlier. So what I've done is what I like to do in these comparison videos. I've tried to assemble some models and then show them next to a equivalent miniature of another brand. So the ones that we're going to go through now are all the Wargames Factory ones in grey, compared next to the Warlord ones of various types. So you can, with a similar pose, you can compare them. So you can see that the Wargames ones are fairly slight, although in fairness the guy on the right has got a puffy quilted suit on. But the poses you can see on the Wargames Factory ones are really good. Moving on, comparison of standing and shooting. So both these are summer uniforms now, so you can see they're fairly similar. More than acceptable to go next to each other. Now I have used the Warlord Games bases so that the models are all at a similar size to models I already have. There you go. Old Molotov cocktail man strikes again. And another pretty good example there. So what I'd like to show you now is, now we've seen a size comparison with the Warlord ones in general, I'd like to compare another couple of other types. So if I may go up here. So at the rear here I have got a Warlord Games Winter Soviet mortar team. I've got a Plastic Soldier Company mortar team from the heavy weapons kit in 28mm. So you can see those guys there, the Plastic Soldier Company, it's just the plinth base they're on that can make them a little taller than the Warlord ones. So they go pretty well together. Let's see how they go with some of these models next to them. There we go, not too bad. It's basically all types that I've shown you so far can mix and match with each other perfectly without any issues. A lot of the complaints that I've heard about this Wargames Factory kit is that the models are actually very static and don't make good poses. And I think there's one in particular that people have some big opinions on. It's this model here, which is modelled up like the officer on the back of the model kit. That's next to a Warlord metal one. Yeah, look, I can see where that Wargames Factory pose comes from. It very much is a paused second in time. Doesn't look particularly natural, but certainly as an officer or a commissar doing a big old wave forward. And I confess that one can look a bit wooden, but I think looking through the other ones that we've looked at today, I think that's a pretty unfair commentary, really. I I think we've seen some fantastic poses, and yeah, I reckon that would be pretty unfair. I'll come over here and show you another one of a model moving along. There you go, he's moving along, just looking around the corner. Very good. There you go, some more poses to show that I believe, you know, the accusation about the Wargames Factory's poses being a bit wooden in this plastic set, I think is unfounded. And the one that really seals it for me is this one here. That's a great pose. Look at the arch in the back, that guy throwing the grenade. Could be sculpted throwing a Molotov as well, with all the Molotovs that come in the kit. Love the way that the SMG's at the trail there. If I reach around and turn him so you can see exactly what's going on. Centralize him in the camera there. Look, I think that's a fantastic kit. I think that's more dynamic than the Warlord one by far. And the last couple of poses here, which I've chosen. A guy firing, snap shooting from the hip, and a guy with plenty of say to the rest of his squad, changing the barrels on his SMG. Sorry, the ammunition drum on his SMG. So, in conclusion then, what do I think about the kit? Firstly, I think it's good value. I picked up these 31 figures for the equivalent of $7 New Zealand a box. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely great value. In regard to true value, I suppose, not just the amount you spent on it, there was no wastage of parts. The parts all seemed to fit well in each other. If I was to have one minor gripe, it was that there wasn't too many right arms for options that didn't have weapons in them. However, that's a symptomatic problem of most probably plastic Warlord kits as well, so I guess we're primarily comparing those two together. I think the kit's fantastic. The detail on them is great. I'm looking forward to painting them up. And they compare and go well with the Plastic Soldier Company Heavy Weapons Team box as well. So look, really affordable, high quality way to fill out your troops. If you get the opportunity to buy them or acquire them, I suggest you do. It's a fantastic way to get your Soviet army going. So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Have you made these? If so, what are your feelings? Did you like them? Perhaps you didn't like them. Perhaps you run into problems. How do you think they compare with the others? So please drop us a comment below. Let us know your feelings. And don't forget, please like, share and subscribe. Ding the little bell down there and get all our future videos as well.